I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Hey.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown LA at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we wrap a busy first week of the season with a second of two on a Monday night between the Pittsburgh Steelers and our home team. Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
His first carry. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Hines. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check, 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 check. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Wow.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Check 4, check 4. Out, 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 out.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 33. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Dobbs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Dobbs. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
To throw on 3rd down. Dobbs. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Ready? Black 25. 54 Mike. Ricky. White. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Hey, I'm coming after you. Let's go.
The first down throw for Winston. Caught by Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, one set. Check, Mike. 5-0. 54. Watch the curve. Wait. You got tape.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Ronnie Harrison on the tackle. Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
Ready? Black 25 behind. I'm coming.
Now on 2nd and 16. Winston, he'll rifle this one deep right side. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
54, Mike.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Exit. Green, triple team.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Badgley hit from 59 in his rookie season. This one not quite as long, but he shows off that big leg by hitting another from distance.
Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Focus, defense, focus. Check 15, check 15.
They run the counter. It's Hines. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 31-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 yards on the play, first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Ready? Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. I hope you got your looks because I'm going to take off now. Check 3, check 3, check 3. He's cracked.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone. This
fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Second and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He was covered by Steven Nelson.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And that will be incomplete.
Winston's pass. Incomplete. Intended for Austin.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
They run with Hines. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
It's taken to the 26. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing, Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You think you gonna get this? Wait. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Hey, defense, let's go. Mike, stick. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Naeem Hines, 81 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 17-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at their 48.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. He's coming. Hey, 5-0. No.
A run for Nick Chubb. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a 1st with 3rd down looming. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Give me some. Here we go. Jam. Flip it. Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit. Let's go.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the 1st down. Yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Let's go.
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Winston now from the 50. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt, his 2nd sack of the night. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL.
Check. Wait. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
On 2nd down, Eckler. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
You ain't got nothing.
Mike, 15. Watch the pass.
Let's go now. Let's go.
From the gun, Winston. Open man, it's Allen. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jameis to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready. Flag. 54 Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Check 37. Check 37.
Jameis now on 1st down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. J.J. Watt, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
To throw, Winston. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Ready? White 25. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Hey, watch that. Watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go.
Winston from the gun on third down. Allen's got it complete. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or two short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, this from 33. Badgley able to knock this one through. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
It's a gain of 35 and a Steeler first down.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw Dobbs. This is White on the screen. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James White in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now Winston. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Winston. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They're running, man. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Flip it. Mike's 50. All day, baby, all day. Hey, Mike 50.
Jameis again. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. J.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. You know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd down.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Back to you. I'm going back to you. 25, check 25.
Here's Hines, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. That last play, though, not indicative of the night he's had running the football.
No, you're exactly right about that because all through this evening, it's been their night, hasn't it? One play here, they get it against them. I wouldn't worry about that very much at all. Just continue to do what they've been doing.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there. You've given yourself a chance. You're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
First down, Winston. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. T.J. Watt bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. You don't see me in your place.
Now Winston. He's got Allen. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Makes it 3rd and 9.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Watch the screen. Screen, triple team.
Mike's 5-4. I'm coming.
Here's Winston. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You got nothing.
They run again with Hines. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Dobbs. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, Winston again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Get off the train, Chuck.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Winston. And the pressure gets to him again. J.J. Watt make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Check 13.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hines. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Dobbs. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Ready. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Winston now. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Throwing, Winston. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Winston. This is caught by Williams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Here we go, 50.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Go, Mike 50.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. J.J. Watt. And it'll be a turnover on downs. first down. It's Hines. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Here we go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they're going to him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here we go. 70 in there. Drop deep, drop deep. Watch tight, watch tight. Hustle, hustle. Hey, hey, we are here. Got 4 down, 4 down. Kill. 6 guys, check 6.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dobbs. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Still going. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Winston. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 8. They go play action. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll run it here. This is James White. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Dobbs. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Myles Garrett, his 2nd sack of the night. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And caught by Henry. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. One last shot now for Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game?